The average American household carries over $22,000 in non-mortgage debt. Credit cards, car loans, student loans, buy now, pay later, medical bills. And here's the brutal truth. If you're only making minimum payments, the banks have already won. They've designed these products specifically so that the longer you carry a balance, the more money you give them, and the less you keep for yourself. But here's what they don't want you to know. There are two proven strategies that can cut years, sometimes decades, off your debt payoff timeline and save you thousands in interest. They're called the Avalanche and the Snowball. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one works better for your situation and how to start today. Before we talk about the strategies, you need to understand why minimum payments are so dangerous. Let's say you have a $5,000 credit card balance at 20% APR. If you only make the minimum payment, typically around 2% of the balance, why, here's what happens. Month 1, your minimum payment is about $100, but $78 of that goes straight to interest. Only $22 reduces your actual debt. Month 2, your balance is $4,978. Your minimum drops slightly. Interest takes even more. At this rate, it will take you over 16 years to clear the $5,000 debt, and you will pay more than $6,000 in interest on top of the $5,000 you originally borrowed. You will pay back more than double what you spent. This is not an accident. Minimum payments are calculated to keep balances alive as long as possible. The fix? Pay more than the minimum. Even $50 extra per month collapses a 16-year timeline to under 5 years and saves you more than $4,000 in interest. The strategies we're about to cover show you exactly where to direct that extra money for maximum impact. The first strategy is called the debt avalanche, and if you want to pay the absolute least amount of interest possible, this is the mathematically optimal approach. Here's how it works. Step 1, list all your debts. Write down every balance, every interest rate, every minimum payment. Step 2, pay the minimum on every single debt, every month, without exception. This keeps all your accounts in good standing. Step 3, take any extra money you can put toward debt, even if it's just $50 or $100 a month, and throw every penny of it at the debt with the highest interest rate. Not the biggest balance, not the oldest debt, the highest rate. Why? Because the highest interest rate is the one costing you the most money every single day. Killing it first is like plugging the biggest hole in a leaking boat. Once that debt is gone, you don't change your total monthly payment. You roll everything you were paying on that first debt onto the next highest rate debt. This creates a snowball of payments. Your avalanche gains speed as each debt falls. By the end, you're throwing your entire monthly payment at the last remaining debt and it disappears fast. The avalanche method saves the maximum amount of interest. For most people with multiple debts, it can save hundreds or even thousands of dollars compared to paying randomly. The only challenge? The debt you're targeting first, the highest interest one, may also be a large balance. Progress can feel slow at first, which brings us to the second strategy. The debt snowball was popularized by personal finance author Dave Ramsey, and while it's not the mathematically cheapest strategy, it is incredibly powerful for one reason. It works with human psychology instead of against it. Here's the difference from the avalanche. Instead of targeting the highest interest rate first, you target the smallest balance first. You still pay minimums on everything else, but your extra money goes to whichever debt has the lowest total balance, regardless of its interest rate. Why does this work so well? Because paying off a debt completely gives you a real psychological win. You see a balance hit zero. You cross something off the list. You build momentum. You feel like this is actually working. Research in behavioral economics consistently shows that small visible wins keep people committed to long-term goals. The snowball method creates those wins deliberately. And commitment matters more than optimization. The best debt payoff strategy is the one you actually stick to. Once the first small debt is gone, you roll that payment onto the next smallest balance. Your snowball grows with every debt you eliminate, building speed and confidence until you're debt-free. The snowball costs more in interest than the avalanche, sometimes significantly, but for many people, the motivation it provides is worth every extra dollar. Let's make this real with actual numbers. Meet our example. 3 debts totaling $18,000. Debt 1, a credit card with $4,000 at 22% APR. Minimum payment $80. Debt 2, a personal loan with $8,000 at 12% APR. Minimum payment $160. Debt 3, a car loan with $6,000 at 7% APR. Minimum payment $120. Total minimum payments, $360 per month. We add $200 extra, so our total monthly payment is $560. With the Avalanche method, we attack the credit card first. It has the highest rate at 22%, then the personal loan at 12%, then the car loan at 7%. Result, debt-free in 34 months. Total interest paid, $2,312. With the Snowball method, we attack the credit card first anyway. It happens to be the smallest balance too, so both methods agree here. Then the car loan at $6,000, then the personal loan at $8,000. Result, debt-free in 36 months. Total interest paid, $2,581. In this particular example, Avalanche wins by 2 months and saves $269 in interest. But here's the important context. Both methods get you completely debt-free in under 3 years on an $18,000 debt load. That is the real victory. The difference between the two methods is measured in weeks and hundreds of dollars, not years and thousands. Choose the one you'll actually stick with. Whichever strategy you choose, these 5 tactics will accelerate your timeline even further. 1. Increase your minimum payments whenever possible. Even $10 or $20 extra per month has a compounding effect across a multi-year payoff timeline. 2. Use windfalls strategically. Tax refunds, bonuses, birthday money, direct them entirely to your highest priority debt. A single $500 windfall on a 20% credit card saves you years. 3. Consider a balance transfer. Many credit cards offer 0% APR for 12 to 21 months on transferred balances. Moving high interest debt to a 0% card and paying aggressively during the promotional period can save hundreds in interest. Always check the transfer fee, typically 3 to 5%, and make sure you can pay the balance before the promotional rate expires. 4. Avoid adding new debt while paying off old debt. Every new purchase on a card you're trying to eliminate is a step backward. Pause new spending on those accounts until the balance is 0. 5. Automate your payments. Set up automatic transfers on payday before you have the chance to spend the money elsewhere. Paying yourself first is the most reliable system that exists. The combination of a clear strategy plus these boosters can easily cut your payoff timeline in half. Now you can model your exact situation with our free debt payoff calculator at fin-calculator.io. Enter every debt, the balance, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. Then enter how much extra you can put toward debt each month. The calculator instantly shows you your payoff date under both the Avalanche and Snowball strategies side by side. It shows total interest paid for each, how many months you save, and a month-by-month breakdown of every balance as it counts down to 0. You can adjust your extra monthly payment and watch the payoff date move in real time. Add $50 and see exactly what that does to your timeline. No sign up, no email address, no paywall. Completely free at fin-calculator.io. Link is in the description right below this video. Debt has an expiry date and you get to set it. Pick your strategy. Start this month and let our free calculator show you exactly when debt-free day is. The link is in the description. If this helped you, please subscribe. We publish a new money breakdown every single week, and share this with someone who needs a clear plan for their debt. It might be the most valuable thing you send them. See you in the next one.